I'm going to go through absolutely every piece of content you can transfer over into Modern Warfare 3. So first up here, we have the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer beta. All of the beta rewards you unlocked will be usable in MW3. Now, if you didn't unlock them, you'll never be able to unlock them again. But if you got them, you could use them in MW3. Pretty standard stuff there. Now, for MW3 multiplayer beta player XP, weapon XP as well, that does not transfer over. So all of your, XP progression with your level and all of your weapons there, none of that progress will transfer over. So when you get MW3, all of your weapons will be at level 0 and you'll start at level 1 as well. Now for MW2 content transferring into MW3, there's a lot of stuff to break down here. First off, for the Battle Pass, the Season 6 Battle Pass does carry forward, so you'll keep your Battle Pass tokens, your progress, all of that stuff, because Season 6 actually doesn't officially end until December 5th, and the next day, December 6th, will be the start of MW3's Season 1. And during MW3's first couple of weeks, you'll be able to actually still level up the Battle Pass, before Season 1 comes out, which is pretty cool. Now for COD Points here, COD Points will transfer over into MW3 from MW2 and Warzone, but there are some exceptions. You have to have the same Activision account. If you switch accounts, obviously the COD Points are not going to transfer over, right? They have to be tied to the same account and the same platform as well. So if you're on PC on MW2, but for MW3 you get an Xbox, you can't transfer those COD points over to different platforms. Now, I'm pretty sure in the past you were able to transfer between platforms because I had COD points for so many years on the PS4, and then when I got PC a couple years ago, I still had those same COD points. Unless I'm remembering incorrectly, they changed it recently, but I know now for sure, if you switch between platforms, you will not keep those COD points. So make sure you're staying on the same platform if you want to keep your COD points. Now, double XP does transfer over from MW2 into MW3, which is so fire. It's not normally like this, but now we have all of our tokens here we could use to level up our weapons in the next game, which is so sick. For pre-order bonus content as well. Obviously, the MW3 Vault Edition content, all that stuff that is usable in MW2 right now will also be usable in MW3. The Soap Operator Pack is usable in MW2. You can transfer that over, obviously. The Zombie Ghost Operator is also transferring over. The Soul Harvester Tracer Weapon Blueprint will transfer over as well. Now, all MW2 weapons will carry forward into MW3 as well at their current level. So it's not like you're going to have MW2 weapons, but at level 0. Whatever level you're at for your MW2 weapons, if you maxed out all of your weapons, you're going to spawn in day 1 to MW3 with your maxed out MW2 weapons, which is pretty sick. This includes the DLC weapons as well, and all attachments you got for those weapons will be usable in MW3. Now, what's not returning is your current weapon tuning on all of those attachments for your weapons, because of course weapon tuning will not be present in MW3 whatsoever. They're completely removing that feature, so of course any weapon tuning you had will not transfer over. Now, by the way, they are doing some major changes to how MW2 weapons work in MW3, so they are transferring over, but they're not going to feel the exact same way they did back in MW2. They said they're going to have a big update on day 1 that balances all of the weapons to make sure they fit well with the new MW3 weapons, so keep in mind they might not be as good or bad as they were in MW2. Now for camos as well, this is pretty important. All of the camos you can unlock on MW2 weapons will be, transferring over into MW3. So if you got Orion camo, you could use Orion camo in MW3. Now the exception is you could only use it on the MW2 weapons. You can't put Orion camo on a new MW3 weapon, and you could also earn the MW2 camos in MW3 as well. All of the base camos, Orion, the mastery camos, you could earn them in MW3 multiplayer, which is really sick, but again, you could only use them on the MW2 weapons. Now, there are some exceptions here with the event camos. So, for example, if you unlocked any event camo, like the faction event or the ghoulie camo, for example, if you got it in MW2, that will transfer over and will be usable in MW3 multiplayer. Again, only usable, though, on the MW2 weapons, but you could transfer it to MW3, which is cool. But if you didn't unlock it, you missed the event, you cannot unlock it and bring it over to MW3. You can't just unlock it in MW3 all of a sudden. Since it was a limited time event, you could only get it during that limited time. Currently for the ghoulie camo right now, we have one more day left in the haunting event. As of watching this video, probably the haunting event is over, right? Or as of uploading this video. So, you have very little time here to get that ghoulie camo. Once the event is over, you'll no longer be able to get that camo. and transferred over to MW3. Very similar with operators as well. All of the MW2 operators will transfer over into MW3 and will be usable in that game. And similarly with weapons, if there was an operator available during a limited time event during MW2, that will be usable and transfer over into MW3. That stuff counts. But again, if you didn't unlock the operator, you cannot unlock it and carry it forward into MW3, which I think is pretty self-explanatory overall. It was a limited time event for a reason. It was only available during that short period. Any previous event we saw, Homelander, all of those previous events, those operators were only available during that small period of time in which the event was active. So if you didn't get it then, you won't be able to get it now and bring it over into MW3. But if you already have it, all of that content, operators, weapons, etc., is usable in MW3. Now, for other cosmetics as well, every decal, sticker, charm, all of that stuff will be carrying forward into MW3, emblem, cosmetic, like all of that stuff will be usable in MW3 if you already unlocked it, which is really cool. And for bundles here, almost every piece of content you're seeing in a bundle or any bundle you own, all of that content will be carrying forward into MW3. If you go to the bundle, just to make sure, it'll have a little, icon at the bottom that says MW3 carry forward content, whatever. So it'll let you know, but pretty much every bundle I looked at, will have content that carries forward. All the weapon blueprints as well from bundles will carry forward as well and will be usable in MW3, which is cool. And when MW3 releases, you could still go back into MW2, buy the bundle, right? And make sure it has that MW3 icon and then switch over to MW3 and you could still use that bundle in the new game, which is pretty cool overall. Now, vehicle skins do carry forward into MW3, but the vehicle has to be present in MW3, which, is pretty self-explanatory. If the vehicle's not there, then you can't use the vehicle skin, right? So, for example, the Hummer is apparently not returning in MW3. All of these Hummer skins you got during MW2 will not carry forward because it's not literally going to be in the game, right? And that makes a lot of sense to me there. War tracks apparently aren't carrying forward as well, which kind of sucks, but not that big of a deal there. And finally, some tactical and lethal equipment might not be available in the game if they're being removed and replaced with a new upgraded version in MW3 or a similar version in MW3 as well, which overall in my eyes is not that big of a deal. For the most part, you're bringing over your COD points, your double XP, your double weapon XP, the battle pass, all of the usable weapons, camos, operators, all of that stuff you unlock is all carrying forward into MW3, which is really cool. Now, they did also confirm that a bunch of MW2 maps are carrying forward as well, which I don't really see as carrying forward. It's just like they're bringing the maps back, but they're labeling it under carry forward. So maps like Mercado, Shoot House, Farm 18, probably Shipment as well will be returning. Hopefully Shipment is a different version though. The same exact nighttime Shipment I kind of don't like. I would rather see a brighter Shipment with a different skin if they have to bring it back. I know Shipment's great for grinding camos and stuff, but I've just been a bit bored of it recently. Just at least give it a different skin. But Mercado, solid map overall. Shoot House, a solid one there. Farm 18's okay. I don't mind seeing them carried forward into MW3. And they also said we might get more MW2 maps carrying forward as well. Let me know down below what other maps you want to see brought into MW3 from MW2. Now, for next year here, I highly doubt it that all of the MW3 content will be carrying forward into Treyarch's next Call of Duty. That doesn't make a lot of sense. They're having Modern Warfare weapons in a Treyarch COD. Makes absolutely no sense. So I'm not mad at that, obviously. But for Treyarch's next COD, obviously we talked about the leaks and rumors about Treyarch doing a similar thing to IW, to where for 2024, that's going to be a Treyarch COD, and 2025 is going to be another Black Ops Treyarch Call of Duty as well, with a potential Black Ops 2 theme. So between 2024 and 2025, those weapons will probably transfer over into the next game. So you'll have shared progression between the next two Treyarch CODs, which is fine, right? Having Treyarch weapons in another Treyarch COD makes sense, but obviously if you switch between developers, then they'll cut it off there. So that's my expectation there. Of course, no confirmation on that, but overall, it seems likely that that will be the case again for Treyarch's next two Call of Duties. But overall, that's it here for this video. Let me know down below if you guys still have any questions on what carries forward, what doesn't. If there's any specific examples or issues you guys have, I'll be sure to comment and help you guys out down below, or respond to a bunch of comments down below in the comment section. Subscribe for more COD update videos like this. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.